And once again, I welcome my dear brother, my dearest brother possibly from many generations. And once again, a real good guide and a friend of our community, our dearest Ruzbeh. Wonderful to see you again, brother. Jai Baba.
Yeah.
Brother, how is life treating you?
All's well, can't complain. It's all Baba's grace. Can you all hear me clearly?
Very clearly, brother, yes.
Yeah. If in case you all can't or the net goes off, it'll come back in a few seconds.
No problem.
Okay.
Yes. So brother, it's good to see you again, and we've had you a few times actually on the program, and there's always something which from our conversation, something always comes out, and there's always something fresh in this as well, I've noticed, so let's see how we get on today. It's a very informal, very relaxed environment, so there might be a few questions that get thrown in, brother, but let's go with the flow, and the theme actually, brother, we've put on this program is the silence of SAI. The silence of SAI. And I was thinking, what do we talk about, and what's the theme of this? And one of the things came to me was, let's talk about what we should be really talking about is Baba's Nirgun form, which is beyond his body, which can be found through silence, where all of our problems can get resolved in silence. We're looking for so many external solutions. One of the things I've experienced is if we just go within, we find that calmness, that peace. We become that outer reflection in the world. We respond to challenges, we respond to situations a lot better. And also, we really find out who this Nirgun Nirankar Baba is, beyond form, beyond his body. So maybe you can start us off and talk about what does silence mean to you, Ruzbeh, and the importance of silence.
Should I begin?
Yes, please.
Yeah. First of all, really honored to be invited to speak on this platform, because one thing is clear: all those who are on this platform, they come from love for Baba and also trying to grow. Let's understand one thing. Every scripture says that first came the word. I don't think so. First came silence. Before you speak, usually there is silence. So for me, I don't want to sound blasphemous, but for me, I don't think the word came first. The word came about, and with that came about creation. But before creation, when the divine energy that we call Shakti, the Zoroastrians call Ahura, the Muslims call Allah, we call Om. I call her the Adi Shakti Param Kali, who is pure energy. And this pure energy is silent, So for me, the first thing that really came about and which was always there is silence. We talk about the body having 5 elements. So you've got earth, water, fire, air, and then we talk about something called ether, space. The sages call ether the supreme space. Baba calls ether divine silence. Where is the space in the body, which is large part of it is water? You got our flesh, bones, whatever, that's earth. You got fire, that is Agni, which is in the form of prana, which takes the form of the Kundalini. And you've got gases, what you call air. Now tell me, in all this, where is space? Space is always between two things. The word space is so contradictory. We see the sky, but science says there is no sky. So I believe before the word, there was divine supreme silence. The only way we can go back to our original self is via silence. The sages say, and especially Baba has said this in channeling, that when the physical body drops, 2 elements drop with it: land and water. When the astral body drops, the element of fire goes along with it. When the causal body drops, the element of air goes away. The spirit is filled with divine silence. So it is the first element, and when everything drops, it will be the only element, which means when pralay comes, only divine silence will remain. Tajuddin Baba's mentor, guru, had given only 3 instructions to Tajuddin Baba. Eat less, speak less, sleep less. Okay? So he says, eat less, sleep less, but speak less. All the scriptures on one side, nothing can come even close to divine silence. Even enlightenment, remember, cannot give you divine silence. It gives you divine knowledge, divine wisdom, divine realization. But divine silence is beyond all these things. It's beyond the Kundalini, it is beyond Gyan, it's beyond everything. One of the most repeated questions that I get when I'm channeling or speaking to people is, how do we quiet the mind? The only way you can quieten the mind is if you make calm silence your priority. It's not just about silence, remember that. I have many people who will not talk out what they are thinking. In an argument, they will remain quiet. But they are not silent, remember that. There is agitation. And agitation is 180 degrees opposite to calm silence. So many people say, listen, I'm silent. I don't talk back. I don't fight. I don't react. Great. That's verbal silence. But if there is chatter going on in your head, if there is unrest in your heart, then only physically are you silent, emotionally and mentally you aren't silent. So, silence is great, but if it is not calm silence, then that silence is like a volcano waiting to erupt. And that is far more dangerous than your verbal silence. You know, the yogis and Sufis say that samadhi is the pause between your inhalation and exhalation. And the yogis, the Sufis, have learned to prolong that pause. Why? Because even when you're breathing in and out, you're not silent. There is a little hiss happening. So the yogis and Sufis say, prolong that pause. But you don't prolong it by holding your breaths. As you grow really silent within, this pause will grow. Silence is also a manifestation of our faith in Baba Sai's wisdom, love, compassion. I keep telling people, Baba knows best. It's the wisdom of Baba that he knows what is best for us. And when you come to that calm acceptance, when we come to that calm realization that my Baba knows what is best for me and my Lord, a particular silence enters. It's not calmness, it is beyond calmness. A certain silence enters us. It is, that silence has the khushbu of oneness. This khushbu of oneness is very important in our silence. Just keeping quiet. Okay. At least something is better than nothing. These two things have to get silent. Now, silence doesn't mean you allow somebody to walk over you. Silence doesn't mean that you allow people to take you for granted. That's not silence, that is stupidity. Silence means telling someone very calmly and very clearly what you feel. Silence is telling someone in the most calm way to fuck off without getting agitated, without reacting. Now that's a good way of preserving silence, but yet upholding your self-respect. So please, let's make this very clear that silence does not mean allowing you to let people take advantage of your goodness. That's not silence. When we meditate, if we are in the process of meditation, which is breathe in so many seconds and then hold so many seconds and breathe out so many seconds, we will never reach even the footsteps of silence because the mind is caught up in this process. That's why Baba always tells people the only way is focus on your breath, inhalation and exhalation. Do it normally. If a thought comes to you, come back to your breath. And as we do this with calmness, a time will come when we will go beyond the breath. We will go beyond inhalation and exhalation, and we will start dwelling in the pause. We have come to a situation now where we need to be occupied full time. We need to have something going on full time. That's not silence. That is noise. Because whole time, if your senses are going to be occupied, the element, the ether element, the divine silence element starts getting lower and lower. And remember, to achieve complete harmony of body, mind, soul, the elements need to be in their required proportion. We take care of our body, we'll have a lot of water, we will do Kundalini, He'll do everything. But silence actually comes from just being. So that's why Baba tells many people that every few hours, find a corner and just be. Could be for a few minutes. It's the same way like the azan happening 5 times a day. But remember, long before Islam came about, the ancient religions like the Sanati Dharam, Zoroastrianism, had 5 times prayers mandatory. Earlier, the puja used to take place 5 times a day. If you would stay near a Zoroastrian fire temple, you would hear the bells toll 5 times a day. Why? Is come back home, come back home, come back home. It's okay, 10 minutes, come back home. Come back to your original form, and that is divine silence. It is beyond divine consciousness. Please understand that. Because in consciousness also that I is there and you are there. But in divine silence, there is nothing. It's just oneness. When you say divine nothingness, either you mean that divine nothingness is throbbing with Shakti, because there is divine oneness. I don't believe there is divine nothingness. Do not talk about divine nothingness, because you are then negating the all-pervading Shakti, which is not nothingness. Talk about divine oneness. What happens with divine oneness is the original radiance of Shakti is brimming with divine silence. So, if you keep giving the affirmation of divine oneness, where are you going? I am dwelling in divine oneness. Automatically, there is a message going out to the trillions of cells within us that drop everything, go within, and merge with that Shakti, which is oh so silent. Now, science is saying that the ideal way of retaining any information is reading that particular information for 20 minutes and then for a few minutes going silent within. So you read something for 20 minutes, you shut the book, maybe shut your eyes, and just be silent. And science is now coming to the conclusion that for some reason, whatever information you have garnered tends to remain for a very long period of time, only by doing this simple exercise or routine where you read something and then shut your eyes and become silent within. Because in silence lies everything, all the information in the world, everything. And when we go back to silence, we are connecting with those satellites of information, which the sages would, connect with, the divine Akashvani that is all around us. And it was only done via divine silence, because divine silence is the key to enter that orbit where divine information, divine knowledge, divine wisdom is stored. Sometimes when I'm too tired or lazy, or for whatever reason I can't pray, and those times I try to be silent within. Many times I've realized that I have come out with a greater feeling of oneness with Baba than even on those days where I prayed. So in silence is everything. I believe silence is the Goddess God Guru's vehicle. And there is no love, no greater love expressed to our Goddess God Guru than of silent devotion, silent selflessness, silent surrender, silent acceptance. The silent means, Ma, Baba, you know what is best for me. I have given my very best to this situation. Now I leave it to your wisdom and your will. I believe silence is the key that unlocks not only the doors of heaven, but also the doors of self-realization. It's not via the books, because eventually you will be learning about somebody else's reality. The sages say that the crown chakra, the Ajna chakra, is covered with a 1,000-petal lotus, shimmering with energy. And the soul is encased in that 1,000-petal lotus, is shimmering, covered by all the samkaras and the muck and the shit that we put into ourselves. And it is only with silence, slowly, one by one, each petal is, removed or put away. And then we find our true self. No amount of gyan is going to do that. Meher Baba remained silent for nearly 44 years. He said, every time I've come, I have preached and preached and preached, and nobody has done anything about it. So he said, now let my silence speak. Maybe then you will hear what I want to talk. I believe this silence is far greater than any technique and any means to go deep within. There are a lot of ways now, so many different types of fucking meditations are there. So many techniques, phenomenal. That's all right if you are a seeker for Kundalini Jagrut. But if you want to go truly within, then drop all the techniques. Drop everything. Sit. Breathe in and breathe out normally. And be aware of that pause. Be aware of that pause. And lay everything at Ma Baba's feet. And say, you know best. Main chala andar. And go within. Trust me. You will find that nectar of oneness. You'll start with a drop. And as you go deeper and deeper in that cave, the Dwarkamai within us, the Masjidai within us, as you go deeper and deeper inside, you will find Baba sitting there. And he will be sitting in silence. When times are not good, I know we tend to react. That is the time we actually need to go back inside Dwarkamai and Masjidai within us. That's the time we need to seek that, their refuge and recourse inside. You see, we are human beings. I think we have a self-destructing DNA within us. We are filled with flaws. That's all right. You know, too many people make a lot of song and dance about all these things. Just go within, go within. And it's your silence that will even take care of those flaws within. Because as you go deeper in that calm, divine silence, as that element, the first element starts increasing within you, there will be that divine love, that ecstasy that comes in. And then you just say, fuck everything else. I am not going to lose this divine ecstasy, this divine silence for anything outside. Is it difficult? It depends on, is that your priority? If it is a priority, then it is not difficult. If it is one of the few points on the agenda, then in all probability it is impossible. Divine silence, divine peace, they all one. Till you and I don't make it our priority, till we don't make it our priority, we may pray a lot, we may do satsangs a lot, we may do seva a lot. Remember that divine silence will be not necessarily accompanying these acts. So we have to make divine silence, which is divine oneness, our priority. Once we make it a priority, then each day we will slowly start taking that one step, and some days we'll take 2 steps back. It's all right. It's all right. Get up and go deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper into Dwarkamaya and Masjidai, which is within us. That is why Sufi is only focused on the heart chakra. The main focus is only on the heart chakra, because there resides divine love. There resides divine oneness. There resides divine silence. So on and off, get your consciousness to the heart chakra. Just breathe in and out. And let the divine silence permeate in there. Then lift it to your throat chakra. Do the same. When you're breathing, you'll feel you're breathing from this chakra. And last, you come here. How much do we want divine silence will decide how filled we are with that divine element within us. Okay? So thank you once again for giving me this privilege and honor to speak to you all. I hope I made at least a little sense. Thank you so much. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba. Just this, many of you will probably be feeling this, just a sense of presence here, which, you can't describe this, you can't write the books about this, but there's a divine presence, which, if you notice how Brother Ruzbeh speaks, you pay attention to those gaps between the words. It's absolutely profound. I'm just sitting here listening, brother, and I think we've just opened up this amazing space of silence already. Your words have been phenomenal. So profound, brother. So I really don't have any words. I'm actually quite speechless myself, and I think I just want to remain in silence now. I don't want to say anything, but brother, would you mind taking 1 or 2 questions, if that's okay?
Sure.
Yeah. So Sunita ji has a few questions, 1 or 2 questions. Keep them short, please.
Such a pleasure to listen to you. I think I'll have to switch off my video. It's creating some problem. Welcome once again, Ruzbeh. It's such a pleasure to listen to you. It's always a pleasure and such a delight to have you with us. You are family, extended family for us, Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I was reading your blog the other day, and you have mentioned something very nice about your grandmother, who played a major role in introducing Baba to you. Is that so? And your first visit to Shirdi was with her?
Yeah. My mother's mother, my grandmother, was born in Iran. She was, I think, 2 years old when they came to India. My great-grandfather used to supply dry fruits to India. And he fell very ill, and the whole family came down to India for his treatment. Both my grandmother and my grandmother's elder sister, who was 1 year elder, they were psychics. They could see spirits and they could talk to spirits, and they didn't really care much about it. And eventually, when my grandmother became a mother at the age of 13, 14, she was cooking one day and she had a child in her hand, and she turned and she saw this very, very grotesque looking spirit staring back at her. And she nearly dropped the child. And then for a year, she prayed the Avastha, pleading with Lord of Ramasda and Spitman Zarathustra that please take these powers away. And eventually, after that 1 year or 9 months of prayers, those powers left her. And when she was 7 years old, a sage had blessed her, because my great-grandfather died in India. And my grandmother's brother was sent to Iran to close shop there and settle down in India. But he never reached Iran. We don't know what happened to him. And my grandmother's mother went mad. So both these two daughters were put up for adoption. And so a sage had blessed my grandmother that you are going to go through a very hard life, but I bless you with barkat, which means you will never want anything. And she was most upset when she came to know that I had started getting into this paranormal world. But she was a great Sai Baba devotee, great devotee. She treated him like a father, a friend. She would fight with him and love him. And I yet remember growing up, in every room, there was a photograph of Sai Baba, and I couldn't get sleep at night. So I used to spend time, looking at him. Not praying to him, nothing, it was like, you are awake, I am awake. Okay, great. As long as you are awake, I'm fine. Getting that kind of, so. In the end of her life, I remember once she called me up and she said, I'm very, very upset with your Baba. And I said, what has he done now? And she said, now I'm tired, I want to go. He's not letting me go. That's not done now. And then I got this message that, don't worry. Before your birthday, your issues will be solved. You'll be with Baba. And I remember she had called me up in August, mid-August, and her birthday came around mid-September. And she said, oh, 1 month. Okay, I can tolerate that. Tell your Baba all is well. And 2 days before her birthday, she passed away, as Baba had promised her. So, yeah. That's about my grandmother.
We have some queries here from some of our loved ones here.
Yeah.
And the first one, how do we choose that one mantra to chant all the time, day and night, in sickness and in pain, in joy and in plenty? And, because you love Baba, you love Hanumanji, you love Ram, you love Guru Nanak, you love so many, So want to be more focused, how to choose, what to do about this situation. How do we go about it?
Yeah. So, I don't know if I've told you this about. I've talked about it in many of my talks, but I don't know if I've mentioned it. It's like, shut your eyes and think you're about to leave your body. You're about to die. Who is that one Goddess, God, Guru that you want to be standing next to you when you just come out of your physical body? Find that out first. Remember, it's not a multicast movie, okay? This final stage is a one, hero-heroine movie. Just one. Our love can be a multicast star. But when the time comes, I think it would be a little reeking with ego if I thought all those who I pray to are going to be waiting for me. कुछ काम धंधा तो है नहीं, चल वो रुज़बे निकल रहा है, जाओ मिलने के लिए. I think it will be an ego exercise. So, who is that one? Who is that one goddess called Guru when you're about to leave your body? And that time, 9 out of 10 people are scared. What awaits them? What awaits them? Even the most learned are scared. Because remember, it is somebody else's reality. Now this is your reality. You're scared. And you're hoping. There's this one divine entity waiting for you, because then you're sorted. So find out who is that one divine entity. Remember, the goddess is Shakti. And she's there all around us even now, within us. But yet, we feel alone many times. So now, you want that form. Who is that one form that you want? Once you come to that situation of realization, then you just chant his or her name. That's all. Okay?
Thank you so much. So do we move on to the second question? How do we find a guru?
Pardon me?
How do we find a guru? And who is the right one for us? How do we get to know about that? They also say that the guru finds you. So how does it work?
So, though I grew up in a family where Sai Baba was the rock star, I never prayed to him. Okay? I didn't even know this whole concept of guru. So I was around 27, doing damn well in life, editor of Indian Express magazines, consulting editor of the largest oil magazine in the country. I was doing superb. And one day I was on the bike. I was just traveling via the Worli Sea Phrase, Mumbai. And then Mr. Sai Baba of Shirdi decided to pay me a visit. And a mantra came out from my heart. Please understand, I was not into, I knew about chakras and all that. I knew everything, and I had to stop my bike because it was a warm gush. And I would like to say that Sai Baba, Mr. Sai Baba of Shirdi, really made his presence properly felt. And then in a week's time, to make his presence feel more, I lost both my jobs. I was on the street with a family. A very close friend invested horribly for me, and there were brokers after me. 7 days of Mr. Sai Baba introducing his divine energy. So sometimes, now you'll ask, why me? Why not others? Okay. I'm sure each one of you all have your own experiences with Sai Baba. So I feel there are 2 reasons why certain people just know who their guru is, or the guru makes their presence very clearly in their lives. Okay. It could be because of some past life connect with Baba. And when the time of that auspicious karmic experience awakened, Baba awakened himself. The problem that is going on now is, what I'm seeing is this. We are getting a little confused between a Kul Devta and a Guru. Remember one thing, if you are a Sikh, Guru Nanak Dev Ji is your Kul Devta. Okay? So Baba says you start your day with your prayers to your Kul Devta. Your Guru could be somebody completely different. My Kul Devta is Spitman Zarathustra. That is my family deity. My Guru is Sai Baba of Shirdi. So please understand that, don't get confused. That yes, your Kul Devta could be your Guru if you felt that. That's all right. Like many people tell me, you see, my family always worships Shiv, but I have a greater, pull towards Hanumanji. I said, fine. So where is the dilemma? Start your day with Shiva pujas, Shiva mantra. In the evening time, at sunset time, again connect with Lord Shiva. But during the day and night, you keep praying to Hanumanji. What is the issue? Because you have made Hanumanji your Guru. So first of all, I think you will need to understand that there is a difference between Kul Devta and the Guru. Yeah, Pooja, you wanted to ask something?
Sorry, I just wanted to ask Ruzbeh ji, if you only see your Guru in everything and everyone, then is it offending anything?
Yeah, one minute. You see, when I started channeling, or when Baba came through, and I thought, it's all a play of mind. But then a lot of sensible words started coming out from me. So I realized that, I can't be this sensible. So first thing Baba said was, if you don't say your prayers in the religion that you are born, if you don't do that, don't take my name. And I was very surprised because I had no idea of this Kul Devta concept. And many people come and tell Baba in channeling room that, I only believe in you. And Baba says, no. Honor your ancestors by honoring your Kul Devta, Kul Devi. You are honoring your ancestors by praying to the heritage of which your genes have come down to you. I don't think this is so much as offending the Kul Devta. I don't think so. This is about dishonoring your ancestors. I'll give you a simple example. So let's say there is a Guruji who has come and become very famous in 20 years, 30 years, okay? The Guruji could be a Muslim, Hindu, whatever. And you have accepted that person as your Guru. But you must understand your ancestors never knew this person. Your ancestors have been praying to Siaram from Siaram's days. Now suddenly your whole attention has come to this Guruji, this Sufi saint, or this Christian person, and you are acknowledging Siaram. How do you think your ancestors are going to feel? So I don't think this is about the Kul Devta. I think this is more about the ancestors. And I don't think Kul Devtas should get pissed off. You know, we are talking about Kul Devtas. They are high souls. I mean, this is not like BJP and Congress and all that. You know, these are Kul Devtas. So I hope to God they don't start getting pissed off at, you know, one and all because, hey, you've removed my photograph. This whole then Kul Devta thing becomes a little, you know. So what I'm saying is, let's say you don't have a guru. You don't know who your guru is, or there is a multi-star cast going on in your head. Okay. Make sure you are praying to your Kuldevi, Kuldevta first. And then if you want, you know what? Divide the time amongst all those who you are praying to. But you know, yahan pe na, the problem comes. If you were praying to 5 gurus, but in them you see the divine Shakti, then what will happen is all those 5 gurus become one after a point. Because in each one, in Sai, in Meher, in Babajan, in Guru Nanak Dev Ji, you are acknowledging them, but you know that it is the Shakti in them that you are bowing down to. Then what happens is, you realize that the Shakti in Sai and the Shakti in Nanak is the same. And when I pray to Sai, I'm praying to the Shakti, and I'm also connecting to Nanak, who is part of this whole Shakti stream. Then I'll tell you what will happen is, you will suddenly start realizing the khushbu of oneness. Because whoever you are looking to pray, you know you are praying to the Shakti within them. You are praying to the Paramatma, the first Atma, Paramatma. Okay? Yes.
Thank you, Brother Ruzbeh. Once again, really appreciate your time. We are going to finish with Baba's Arti. So request everyone to be present, be available, and let's do a few bhajans first, 1 or 2 bhajans, and then Baba's Arti. So let's do that. And brother, once again, immense gratitude to you.
Om Sai Ram. Can we start the bhajans?
Yes, please.
Then-
Yes, yes, please start. Yeah.
Om Sai Ram. Ruzbeh ji, Om Sai Ram. सचितानंद सद्गुरु साईनाथ महाराज की जय। द्वारका माई प्रभु साई हरि अवतार शिरडी नारायण द्वारका माई प्रभु साई हरि अवतार शिरडी नारायण साईनाथ साई देवा साईनाथ साई देवा हरि अवतार शिरडी जय 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 हे साईनाथ जय 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 हे साईनाथ द्वारका माई प्रभु साई हरि अवतार शिरडी नारायण साईनाथ साई देवा साईनाथ साई देवा हरि अवतार शिरडी नाथ जय 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 हे साईनाथ जय 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 हे साईनाथ द्वारका माई प्रभु साई हरि अवतार शिरडी नारायण शिरडी नारायण सच्चार चर परिपूर्णा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं सच्चार चर परिपूर्णा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं नित्यानंद स्वरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं नित्यानंद स्वरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं आनन्दोऽहं 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 आनन्दोऽहम् आनन्दोऽहम् आनन्दो शिवोऽहम् 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 शिवो शिवोऽहम् 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 शिवो सच्चारचर परिपूर्णा शिवोऽहम् शिवो नित्यानन्द स्वरूपा शिवोऽहम् 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 आनन्दोऽहम् 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 शिवोऽहम् 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 ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय शिवोऽहम् 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 शिवो शिवोऽहम् 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 शिवो ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Sachidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj ki jai.
साईं रहम नजर करना, बच्चों का पालन करना, बाबा रहम नजर करना, बच्चों का पालन करना। जाना तुमने जगत पसारा, सब ही झूठ जमाना, बाबा तुमने जगत पसारा, सब ही झूठ जमाना, बाबा रहम नजर करना, बच्चों का पालन करना। मैं अंधा हूँ बंदा आपका, मुझको साईं दिखलाना। मैं अंधा हूँ बंदा आपका, मुझको बाबा दिखलाना, बाबा रहम नजर करना, बच्चों का पालन करना। दास गनु कहे अब क्या बोलूं, थक गई मेरी रसना। दास गनु कहे अब क्या बोलूं, थक गई मेरी रसना, बाबा रहम नजर करना, बच्चों का पालन करना। रहम नजर करो अब मोरे साईं, तुम बिन नहीं मोहे माँ बाप भाई, रहम नजर करो। मैं अंधा हूँ बंदा तिहारा, मैं अंधा हूँ बंदा तिहारा, मैं ना जानू, मैं ना जानू, मैं ना जानू, अल्लाह इलाही रहम नजर करो। खाली जमाना मैंने गमाया, खाली जमाना मैंने गमाया, साथी आखिर का, साथी आखिर का और न कोई, तुम बाबा साईं रहम नजर करो। अपने मस्जिद का झाड़ू गनू है, अपने मस्जिद का झाड़ू गनू है, मालिक हमारे, मालिक हमारे, मालिक हमारे, तुम बाबा साईं रहम नजर करो, रहम नजर करो। आरती साईं बाबा सौख्यदातार जीवा, चरणार जताली द्यावा दासा विसावा, भक्ता विसावा। आरती साईं बाबा जालुनी आनंग, स्वस्वरूपी राही दंग, मोमोक्ष जनदा निज डोला श्रीरंग, डोला श्रीरंग, आरती साईं बाबा। जया मनी जैसा भाव, तया तैसा अनुभाव, दाविसी दया घान, हसी तुझी ही माव, तुझी ही माव, आरती साईं बाबा। तुमचे नाम ध्यातन हरि संस्कृती व्यथा, अगाध तव करणी मार्ग दाविसी अनाथा, दाविसी अनाथा, आरती साईं बाबा। कलयुगी अवतार सगुण परब्रह्म साचार, अवतीर्णे झालासी स्वामी दत्ता दिगंबर, कीर्ती साईं बाबा। 8 दिवसा गुरुवारी भक्त करे तिवारी, प्रभु पद पावी भव भया निवारी, भया निवारी, आरती साईं बाबा। माझ्या निजा द्रव तत्व तव चरण रज सेवा, मागणे हिचियात तुम देवा ही देवा, देवा ही देवा, आरती साईं बाबा। इच्छते दिन चातक निर्मल तोया निज सुख, पायावे माधव संभूल अपुली बाक, अपुली बाक, आरती साईं बाबा। सौख्य दातार जीवा चरणार जताली, दावदासा विसावा भक्ता विसावा, आरती साईं बाबा। अनंत कोटि ब्रह्मानंद नायक राजाधिराज योगीराज पर ब्रह्म श्री सच्चिदानंद समस्त सद्गुरु साईनाथ महाराज की जय। सदा सदा साईं पिता मन में करो निवास, सच्चे हृदय से करूं तुमसे ये अरदास। कारण करताप हो सब कुछ तुम्हारी दास, साईं भरोसे मैं रहूं तुम ही हो पितुमार। विषयों में मैं लीन हूँ पापों का नहीं अंत, फिर भी तेरा तेरा हूँ, राख